Larry Fink and the rest of the ETF filers are ready to go for a massive beginning of the year in 2024. Me, Rob, and Forrest will be giving our top 3 bold predictions going into next year. You do not want to miss. Who's going to have the craziest thing to say? Also, what the hell is the Avalanche Foundation doing? Saying they're going to start buying meme coins for the culture, spending $100 million of grants. We have a Solana, and Solana flips Ethereum in Google searches. Is there any way Solana flips Ethereum in the next bull market? We're going to discuss that and much, much more. Let's get into it. Hola! It's your boy, Big Rob, back in the house. Welcome to Sin City Crypto. If it's your first time checking us out, we're the entertainment-focused cryptocurrency channel. We take old, boring, and stale information, we catapult that, launch it straight into orbit, way past 2023, right into 2024. It's going to be the biggest channel. That's my bold prediction. Right here, Sin City Crypto, the heart of the entertainment capital of the world. Entertainment, cryptocurrency, info of the world. Yeah. Speaking of info, got a lot of good info. And here to share some good info, the only show we do with 3 co-hosts, Fridays with Forrest. Forrest, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me on, guys.
Thanks for joining us. I don't see any bags under your eyes. You sure you just had a baby?
Yeah, he's doing well. Been pulling some long nights taking care of him, but
is he the one that's shorting this market and pushing Bitcoin down to 42K? What's going on, man? You need to have a talk with that little guy.
Yeah, I mean, he's printing on the shorts. He's doing well. Make sure his stop losses are in place, and we should be good.
Smart kid. Man, we love having you on, Forrest. Thank you so much. I hope you got your 3 bold predictions. Fun to see.
They're bold.
Bold? Okay, bold. I got a couple bold ones too. I'm curious. Robin's gonna be like, Ethereum's gonna be number 1. That's my bold prediction. Anyways,
gotta say it like that, bro.
That's what you're gonna sound like in my head. So ETF filers today. Gary Gensler said it. You want approval? Get your ducks in a row. Well, we're getting a flurry of ducks that are getting in a row, and this is from James Safer. Guys, this man will be joining us January 3rd. The day BlackRock is supposed to see $10 million in the ETF. You do not want to miss that show. Bookmark it, subscribe to the channel, and come back on January 3rd. So this one is from ARK Invest. They filed their final amendment. Then we had this from Van Eck. They submitted their newest S1 amendment for their ETF. So everyone is ready. They took heed to what Gary Gensler said. You want approval, man? Do it now. Speaking of Van Eck, commercials as these ETF filers again ready, and this might be the worst one yet. I'm curious to get your guys' thoughts. Let's look. This is a Van Eck Bitcoin ETF commercial. Forrest, immediate thoughts? Kind of whack for me. What about you?
Born to that's weird. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
it reminds me of a cologne commercial, like where you can't actually smell the cologne, so they have to just like make something that looks cool, and they have like a deep voice, like Johnny Depp saying of the cologne's name. I feel like that's what it is. Like, how do you advertise Bitcoin in 5 seconds? You just have to try make it like a lifestyle thing, which I don't know.
I think you hit the nail on the head, bro. Cologne commercial. That's really what it looked like. So just real quick for us before I here, actually, you know what? Let me share a couple more things here. So this is from Bitcoin Magazine. New will give the entire universe of pensions and insurers access to investing in Bitcoin, says a Goldman Sachs executive. Then we have this Bitcoin ETF approval tipped to be a sell the news event. Bitcoin is expected to correct to as low as 32K next month, following approval of a spot ETF. Now, typically, the average time it takes for an ETF to be approved to when it launches is roughly up to 90 days. People are saying for Bitcoin, it could take as little as 3 to 4 days. And if Grayscale gets a green light to convert, be as soon as 1 or 2 days. Do you think this will be a sell the news event for us? As there is going to be a small gap, little window there where it's live. Yes, you got to prove, but you can't trade it yet. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, so this one is they don't know. I really see both sides. To some degree, I do think that an ETF has been priced in, or it's been priced in to some degree. To what degree is unknown. But when BlackRock, I was super bullish on Bitcoin's price move to start to price this in, and I forget what price Bitcoin was at, but it was at like below 30K. I think it was like 25K, and now we're sitting. We just recently put in a local high around 45K. Bitcoin is up 3x, or has moved plus 200. At the beginning of this year, it was like 16K. Now $45,000. I don't think that people that are saying Bitcoin's going to 300K by the end of the year are factoring in the idea that Bitcoin was just 16K a year ago, up quite a lot. All of the mining stocks, MicroStrategy, all these other stocks as well have moved up in tandem with it, and it's moved up quite a lot. So I think it's been priced in to some degree. I could see a trip back down to 30K, and I will be a buyer down at 30K. But yeah, I mean, I could. People once this thing becomes real and some asset managers start moving their funds into, and their clients' funds into Bitcoin, where it could just cause a really big move upwards. I don't know if it'll be sudden. I think it'll be a big candle approval news, probably a pretty solid retrace, and then that might kick off the bull market. If it becomes a sell the news event, I think we go back down to 35K, and then we see a bull market from there. And this is something that could take a year to really play out, in my opinion.
Awesome. And I just want to commend the chat. I know a lot of you are saying we're having some audio issues. We are working to fix that. Our audio engineer is behind the scenes right now working to fix it. So as we work through these issues, please bear with us. But a lot of great things you said, Forrest. 32K. Here's my thing, and you say it on the show all the time, that always have stables on the side ready to go, just in case, right? And I agree with you, right? And I think at certain points of the market, as far as the market cycle, should have a little more in certain times. You should have a little less in certain times. There's nothing wrong with, even at the height of the bull market, to have 2 to 5% of your money in stables, or 1 to 3% in stables. And so I have a little bit set aside. So guess what? If we do go down to 32K or 30K, whatever that number, even 35K, and it's pre-halving, I'm a buyer. And I'll have the means to do it, because I am prepared for literally anything that can happen. I want to share a video. So, there's a lot of narratives around Bitcoin that, hey, 51% attack, or what if the block reward ends? Why would miners stay around? This is from a long time ago, but this is Andrea Antonopoulos, a true OG in the Bitcoin space, kind of quells the 51% attack. And this is such a good explanation. I think it's important to rewatch and listen to what he has to say, and truly understand. That way, if something like this comes up, this is something you can regurgitate back to whoever the hell is telling you Bitcoin could get 51% attack.
Do you have any concerns about a large nation state that has interest in just actively destroying Bitcoin to make their own, super rigs and design chips and just throw hundreds of millions or billions of dollars to intentionally disrupt the blockchain?
Yeah, I don't worry about that at all. This cannot be done with Bitcoin anymore. This is something that can only be done with nascent altcoins. Bitcoin has achieved a level of computing that no single nation state can overthrow it through computation alone. The effort to do so would require a massive covert operation of chip fabrication, then the coordinated assault, that would give them dominance over the next block for 10 minutes until we kick those bastards off the network, rework the protocol around them. They would be revealed. They would have lost $1 billion doing this, and all they got to do was one double spend. Now, here's the thing.
Okay, tell me that's not the most gangster-like answer, explanation. I mean, Forrest, what do you think, man? It's pretty gangster, bro.
Yeah, I agree. I'm not worried about a 51% attack for Bitcoin or for pretty much any. It's never made sense to 51% attack almost any network. It just the resources, even at lower market caps for altcoins, I just don't think it makes sense. And I don't think people have that as an interest unless you're trying to attack a competitor. And if you're trying to attack a competitor, you're better off spending that money your own, your own coin and your own project than trying to attack someone else.
We'll give a shout out to my brother. Looks like he's a crypto DJ now. He's been watching our show. I've seen him the last, week. So what's up, bro? How you doing? All right. We have this. Man, this could potentially be really big. China's central banks injects a record 1.257 trillion yuan in open market operations this week. The number 2 economy in the world. Looks like they're doing some quantitative easing. Forrest, you've been around for a long time, man. What do we typically see in price movement in the crypto markets when QE is full force? Maybe there's some new people watching. Why could this potentially be so impactful to the price of our bags in our portfolio?
Yeah, I mean, any inflationary measures are ultimately going to lead to assets that are priced in fiat to rise in price, right? If the dollar's inflationary, which it is, but when inflation's running hot, that's usually when you see asset prices go up. We've seen, most average people's definition of inflation is just prices going up, right? The prices of cars, the prices of houses, whatever it is. But it's actually the printing of dollars and the injection of capital into the market that is causing those prices to go up. People have more money, demand rises, and when demand rises, so do prices. So, I mean, I don't know the conversion rate, 7 trillion yuan to US dollars and what kind of impact that'll have directly, but it's certainly inflationary, particularly for Chinese markets.
Awesome. Cool. I do want to give, we had a couple super chats here. So we had Retro Mike, $10 said, 411 tech support. Audio's coming a bit out. Hopefully we're getting that. It should be fixed or we're getting it fixed. And then Dixie Flyline, $20 said, wishing all my friends at Sin City a happy and safe new year. We wish you the same, my friend. Thank you so much. Dixie Flyline has been in our community for a long time. We appreciate your support, my friend. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. Then we have this. Bitcoin's on-chain activity screams bullish. This is from Coin Paprika, your favorite pepper. A record outflow of over 28,000 Bitcoin from exchanges, valued at $1.19 billion, occurred on Wednesday, marking the largest since December 14th of 2022. Forrest, Bitcoin currently sitting at $42,000 flat. Where could we potentially be headed to next? And damn it, it looks like 50 to 54K is not going to happen. I could potentially be wrong. Or can it happen?
So do you want me to pull up a chart or just kind of speak to it a little bit?
We can do both.
Cool. Yeah, I'll pull up a Bitcoin chart. So apologies, guys, if my audio is bad. I might need to reconnect in just a moment, but let's pull up a Bitcoin chart and I'll share my screen. There we go. All right. So yeah, I mean, the scenario that I'm preparing myself and kind of my base case, which I'm open to being wrong, right? I'm prepared for multiple scenarios, especially when I have uncertainty about how the news is going to, a news event such as the Bitcoin ETF is going to actually affect the markets, right? My kind of base case that I'm preparing myself for is like a big, massive inverse head and shoulders. So obviously we had the double top, right? 60K and then 69,000 last bull market. We came down, and here's kind of your range that we've been trading in. We had our deviation, right? We look at last bear market and bull market cycle. We actually had a somewhat similar bear market pattern where you had the deviation below, right? Bear market rally, and then you had the retest of your range support, your bear market range support. So our bear market range support, in my belief, is around 30 to 35K. So what I'm preparing for is for something similar to actually happen this bear market. This bull market, as we pull out of the bear market and we move to all-time highs. My scenario where I think a lot of people would get wrecked is going to new all-time highs and then pulling back to 30 to 35K on like a sell the news event, some sort of event, macroeconomic event, some sort of like banks go under, MicroStrategy, Michael Saylor potentially having to sell his Bitcoin. I'll get into that in a second. That's one of my bold predictions, by the way, a little sneak peek there. And then once we confirm support on 30K, I think we rip. I think we just go to
hold on.
over 100K.
Hold on.
Yep.
Did you say Michael Saylor is going to sell his Bitcoin?
It's one of my bold predictions.
What the hell's wrong with you,
when
Forrest?
we get into our bold predictions, I think he may be forced to.
Bitcoin's the best crypto asset. What's the second best? There is no second best. There's no second best.
You're saying that man is going to sell his Bitcoin. Forrest, you're crazy. Sorry, go ahead.
Perhaps. I can defend my position. I'll explain why I think he may have to.
You know what? Since you brought it up, please. Why do you think he's going to have to? Okay, so this is Forrest bold prediction number 1. Why is Michael Saylor going to have to sell some of his Bitcoin?
So I don't necessarily think he will have to. I think he might have to. I think my bold prediction for 2024 is that MicroStrategy stock is going to crash in a big way. And the reason being is that MicroStrategy is used as a carry vehicle for Bitcoin, for the Bitcoin trade. But why on earth, once a spot Bitcoin ETF is here, why would you ever buy MicroStrategy stock, which is trading at around a 40 to 50% premium compared to its Bitcoin holdings? I believe they hold 5 or 6 billion in Bitcoin. The market cap of MicroStrategy is 8.5 billion. So you're paying a premium compared to their Bitcoin holdings. Their core business model isn't why people buy the stock. They buy it because it's a vehicle for holding Bitcoin. And you can get one-to-one backed Bitcoin through the Bitcoin spot ETF through an asset manager that is not going out of business. BlackRock, VanEck, Vanguard, they're not going out of business. There's very, very little risk there. Not to mention MicroStrategy has a ton of risk in terms of the amount of debt that they've taken out to hold their Bitcoin. So I think that MicroStrategy is going to get re-rated down in a big way. And I even think that they could drop below a market cap of the amount of Bitcoin that they hold. And the reason being is because they've really gotten themselves into a situation where they can't sell their Bitcoin. If Michael Saylor sells his Bitcoin, the headline that would create instantly tanks the price of Bitcoin, which further drops the price of their stock. So if they ended up having to sell their Bitcoin, they own so much it would tank the market and they wouldn't get the full value, the full face value out of their Bitcoin. And once I think the market realizes that and that they can get a better one-to-one backed version of Bitcoin with a spot ETF, I think everyone's going to sell their MicroStrategy stock and they're going to buy the Bitcoin ETF or some other, some other exposure to Bitcoin, but probably just the Bitcoin spot ETF. Why buy MicroStrategy stock the second the Bitcoin spot ETF goes through?
Well, I feel like you're going to get more.
I
feel like you get more leverage out of the MicroStrategy stocks. You're going to get more upside, also more downside, and that's because they're going to leverage their own assets. They're going to buy back stocks to raise capital. They're going to borrow money. You're going to have investors buying MicroStrategy stock, which is going to in turn raise the price, which then they can generate more capital to buy more Bitcoin. So I feel like it's a closed loop where you're bringing in more money, you're able to buy more Bitcoin, in turn shooting up the price. And as you mentioned or alluded to, you'll probably get very dramatic pullbacks. And I feel like traditional media, CNBC, the likes of Fox News will absolutely highlight any giant falls from grace as far as the prices pulling back more than, say, the underlying asset like Bitcoin. So if you have an appetite for volatility, I would say, maybe if you're looking to get into the Bitcoin ecosystem without plugging into traditional exchanges, you have the spot Bitcoin market, or you got MicroStrategy. And I feel like that's going to run a little hotter on both sides.
Let's not forget. And Forrest, by the way, man, this is why
I wouldn't touch it though. I wouldn't touch it. I'll say that I wouldn't touch it. But go ahead.
I was gonna say this is why, Forrest, you're the only person we bring on every Friday to be a third co-host. You're like, the way you think about things is so intriguing to me. That is such an intriguing point. But to play devil's advocate here, and I do kind of agree with you, but I think at that point, Bitcoin is going to be higher, right? So like Rob mentioned, the valuation is going to grow. Can they buy some of that stock back that's being done? Potentially, right?
Raise more money.
But now they're propping up their own company. But let's not forget, they're also a software company. And we know going into the age of AI and everything, software is going to be very, very important. But that is nonetheless a very intriguing point you brought up.
I wouldn't be surprised if traditional traders, people that day trade or put in open shorts and longs on the stock market, don't go to MicroStrategy as a stock to play with, right? Because of the volatility, because they can leverage cash to buy more Bitcoin and outperform Bitcoin on the way up, and also outperform Bitcoin on the way down as well. So I think it's a recipe for traders, and I think at the end of the day, it might cause some strain that maybe is detrimental to MicroStrategy's stock or position in the stock market in the future as well. I don't know. It's an interesting thought.
It is an interesting thought. You know what else is interesting? It's interesting. It's not interesting. We love it. It's our channel sponsor. I was trying to find a good segue there. Couldn't do it. What I can do is I can give a big shout out to our channel sponsor. Our longest tenure, they've supported our channel for well over a year. We love Cam's Blue Wire Technology. You would love them too. If you run a business and want to maximize your networking, IT, and your cybersecurity. If you want more info, visit bluewiretech.com or click the link in the description of this video. Now, let's take a look at the rest of the markets. We have ETH holding steady above $2,300. Vitalik, Robin has been saying on the show, ETH. Can't get that name out of his mouth. BNB taking over the top, the number 4 spot yet again, overlapping Solana. Solana coming in at $106. I do want to stop there. I want to share this from Wrecked Capital. By the way, guys, you should be following this Twitter handle. I probably show at least one tweet a day from these guys. Absolutely amazing breakdown. So, Forrest, as I'm doing this, if you want to pull up a Solana chart, my friend, we can kind of compare and discuss. Solana is showing initial signs of forming a new reaccumulation range at highs, and it says similar to the $53 to $60 range that's highlighted in blue down here. At the moment, retest is successful at $98. After such a run-up, it's normal to discuss possible pullback areas, but only once the range is lost. What are you seeing on the Solana chart? And do you expect a little bit of consolidation at this $100 to $105 level? We did see Solana just moonshot from $15, $20 to over $120. Are we going to see is the structure of the chart telling you, hey, we might be hanging out here for a while?
Yeah. Let me share my screen here. There we go. Yeah, so Solana, as you mentioned, it's just skyrocketed, it slingshotted up. This was the ascending triangle that we talked about for, I think it was like 3 months on end that this was forming. And then once it formed, it was just super bullish that this was going to break out to the upside. So Solana's very overextended right now in the short term. Make no mistakes about it. We could see, and I know this isn't necessarily extraordinarily helpful, people want to be told like, hey, Solana's going to do this or Solana's going to do that. Anybody who tells you like, hey, it's going to do this or it's going to do that, they don't know. Nobody knows with any degree of certainty. I'm very bullish on Solana, and one of my bold predictions, I'll allude to another one, is that Solana is probably going to flip or at least threaten to flip Ethereum at some point over the next year to 2 years.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, man. Damn it, Forrest. Did you just say Solana's going to flip Ethereum? Robin is literally pulling hair out of his head right now. Forrest, you know what?
I mean, I think I think it's going to threaten it. I think that's it's going to be it's flipped it in a variety of different metrics. NFT exchange volume, it regularly spends some time doing more NFT volume than Ethereum. DEX volume over the last week or two, it's flipped it multiple times and had multiple days where there's, even despite the fact that there's 10%, if that, of the amount of capital on Solana as there is TVL on Ethereum, it's still been able to do more DEX volume on some days over the last couple of weeks. You just mentioned in search volume, it's flipped it in that metric. It's flipping Ethereum in a ton of different metrics. You have protocols, and maybe I'll just stop sharing my screen for just a second. You have protocols like Jito, which is the equivalent to Lido Finance for the liquid staking protocol for Ethereum. Jito is liquid staking protocol for Solana, and it's already flipped its Ethereum counterpart of Lido. You've got Jupiter aggregator, which is like the Uniswap of Solana. It is trading, and the token hasn't dropped yet, but pre-market valuations are at $7 and $8 billion fully diluted compared to Uniswap's $5 to $6 billion fully diluted. Some of these tokens on Solana have already flipped their Ethereum counterparts in multiple metrics. Across multiple metrics, Solana's already flipped Ethereum. So I think the last one to come true will end up being market cap.
That's very interesting. I was debating on, that was going to be one of mine, but I was like, it's what, a 6x away right now, 260 billion to about 40.
Yeah.
Right.
60. It's already, Solana's at 60 billion.
Didn't it come down? 45
cap,
45 billion.
At least that's the
fully diluted. Fully diluted.
Oh, okay. Fully diluted. All right.
Fully diluted.
All right. 45. Okay. 60 billion. Okay. What are your thoughts about that, Rob? Solana flipping Ethereum?
I don't think so.
You can't completely write it off, right?
The reason I don't think so is I think that, as weird as it sounds, I think Polygon catches a lot of momentum. I think because they use Ethereum as the base settlement layer for security. And I just think that NFTs come back around, maybe not in the JPEG format, but maybe tokenization of real world assets on the Ethereum network. I think the ETF will bring as long as the ETF passes, even if it doesn't, but I think that an Ethereum spot ETF will bring a ton of eyeballs to the ecosystem. I mean, how many traditional investors aren't even aware of what Ethereum is? They might just know Bitcoin as the only crypto, and then maybe Dogecoin. Maybe they've loosely heard of Ethereum, but when you go to invest in an asset, particularly a commodity, or when you go and invest in the stock market, you're not really too familiar with the base product. You're probably going to do a little research on it, right? And so I think there's going to be a lot of people that make money off of Bitcoin in the spot Bitcoin market. And if the ETF for the Ethereum product goes live, I think you're going to have a lot of traditional investors that are like, all right, should I get exposure to this? Should we buy? Should we put a position in on Ethereum? Perhaps I'll do a little bit of research. And next thing you know, they're a little bit more well-versed in the smart contract ecosystem. And maybe it's something that appeals to them, especially if you're getting the Bitcoin spot ETF moving, creating tons of value and tons of buzz. Wouldn't be surprised if people are like, hey, man, maybe this Ethereum thing is the next one to pop off, and you get a ton of capital moving in there as well. Outside of that, I just think that it's been around for a while. It's the go-to smart contract, and if they get the EIP 4844, that will address scaling solutions, or at least it's supposed to, and should not have as much throughput issues. That should be going live this year. If it does not, or this coming year in 2024, if it does not get delayed, which, Ethereum does have a history. So a few ifs there, but if EIP 4844 goes live, throughput is not an issue, or at least is not as dramatic on the gas fees, it becomes deflationary. You get the ETF. I could see Ethereum giving Bitcoin a run for its money on market cap, and so that's where I stand on ETH.
So you've already given us 2 of your bull predictions for us. One is MicroStrategy tank stock could tank. Michael Saylor will have to sell some Bitcoin. Second one, Solana potentially flipping Ethereum. Interesting. We'll get the rest of ours and the last one up for us here in a little bit, but I do want to share this. Real quick, take a look at the rest of the markets. Crypto bubbles. Bonk is up 10%. SAE, don't really know much about this one, but that is up 22%. Caspa, know a lot of Caspa fans in our community. That is up 11.9%. And then a lot of red across the board. XRP, stablecoin holding steady at 62 cents. Cardano, 60 cents. Avalanche and Doge round out the top 10. And Polygon, which we have a Polygon video coming out later today. We hope you enjoyed the Chainlink video yesterday. That is under $1. Looks like Rob and I are both going to be wrong. He said $1.50 by year end. He's wrong. I said Bitcoin 50 to 54K by year end. Looks like I'll be wrong. But curious to get you guys' take on this. You got to hold one of these bags for 5 years, XRP, Cardano, or ICP. And I told the community, share your reason why, and I will highlight one comment, and I'll share your Twitter handle. And I'm going to pick this one from Crypto Hulk. Said ICP, and it kind of breaks it down. Said goes over ADA's ranked number 8 with a 31 billion market cap, 80% supply. XRP ranked 6, 49.7 billion market cap, and the token supply is roughly 56% circulating. And then pretty much says ICP, because of their circulating supply ratio, lower market cap, lower rank, higher upside. But you're holding it for 5 years. Forrest, I'll ask you first. If you got to hold one of these for 5 years, Cardano, XRP, or Internet Computer, which one are you holding?
For me, this is loss mitigation. I'm going with XRP. I just think they have a pretty strong foothold in the traditional finance space. I don't necessarily think they're going to 50x or anything crazy, or 10x. But I also think that they're not going to, they don't have as much potential to die off or become irrelevant. Like I do think that Cardano and ICP do. And I'm not going to say like Cardano is going to die off and become irrelevant, but if you have to hold it for 6 years, there's a very good chance once that 6-year mark expires that you're in a bear market. And we know, at least historically, Cardano, like it performs extraordinarily well in a bull market. But if that 6-year unlock becomes available in a bear market for Cardano, there's no telling where it's at. Whereas like XRP's held up pretty well in a bear market. It didn't, do anything crazy in the bull market, but it also didn't crash all that hard. And that was during a court case, a big court case going on with SEC. So now that that's out of the way, I'd probably say XRP. And then ICP, just personally not a fan. I could be writing it off. Maybe that's a mistake, but don't know enough about it and haven't had really good experiences when I tried to actually use it to be confident in it. So I would just say XRP because I think it's going to be the most stable of the three.
Boris, can I make a recommendation? Go watch our ICP video. I broke it down. It's I believe one of, if not the only blockchain that does not use a cloud service to store data. They do it all on the blockchain, and they're a layer 2 scaling solution for Bitcoin. So it's a very intriguing project, but still a lot of question marks for a lot of people. Hey, we know
pretty new. Yeah, I think that's
I think part of it is, damn, they messed up that ICO. What is the true upside potential of ICP? Rob, what's your pick? XRP, Cardano, or ICP? Hold for 5 years.
I definitely would go to XRP, 100%.
You guys are both scared, man.
Well, the thing
what is wrong with you guys?
The court case is gonna be resolved by.
It's damn resolved, man. Stop saying it's gonna be resolved. It is resolved.
They're still
the founders, bro, not the token.
No, where are you getting? They dropped the case on the founder. Do I have to pull up an article to show you?
I don't want to go over this again. Go ahead. Sorry.
The two founders. Okay. The court case has been dropped. The court case is against XRP. They did have a summary judgment on the token listing, or on the token being a security, but there's still quote unquote criminal activity on how they sold it. That's what is encased still. that will be resolved within the next 6 years. Will it be resolved next year? Hopefully. But I just think that it's going to move forward. It's going to create partnerships, even if it doesn't have the massive adoption that the XRP community believes it will, where central banks and every company is using it, and every major bank around the world is using XRP. I think that's a little advantageous. However, I do think that they will get a certain percentage of the remittance payments that is moved internationally through traditional organizations, particularly banks. What does that percentage look like? How much adoption and utility and market share do they absorb? That is in question. But I think that even the smallest percentage, with all of the money that circulates, all of the global liquidity that moves internationally, I think that alone could prop the price up. So out of the three, that'd be my pick. I do think that Cardano will make leaps and strides in the next 6 years. I do think that they'll have a big interest from retail, so higher swings, higher upsides. And as Forrest mentioned, 5-6 years from now, we'll be in the depths of another bear market, more than likely. Will the bear market follow in the same way it has before? I think you're going to get tampered highs and lows. So I do think we're going to have less volatility moving forward, especially with the traditional markets, with the spot markets coming into fruition with Bitcoin and Ethereum. I think you're going to get less upside and downside bull and bear markets. So yeah, that's my pick. I do want to give a little love to the chat. Also, let me know in the chat, what are you guys more bullish on in the future? Put a 1 in the chat for XRP, put a 2 in the chat for Cardano, and put a 3 in the chat for ICP. What is your favorite long-term hold on a 5-year time horizon? Now, if you are new here, say hello so we can drop an hola back at you. We have a handful of new people. We have your new stepdad, Gizma, Blockchain Bonehead, Print3D, 2K, Mark Sanji, AIQ, Debate, DV, Maurice Bredford, and to all of you, hola! Welcome to Sin City Crypto. Also, Brokey Yoshi has dropped a $10 super chat, quoting our anniversary. Our anniversary wasn't quite on January 1st. We had our official launch. I think it was like the week before. It was like the week of Christmas at some point. So right around the same time, though. A lot of 2s.
Are we streaming on Monday? New Year's Day?
Yeah.
We'll
So a lot of 2s in the chat. Look like a lot of Cardano. A lot of people supporting Cardano as well. Now we do have 104 likes. So do us a favor. Hit the like button. Support the channel. We will open up the club if we get to 200. About 50% of the way there. And then,
speaking of 50,
this is the last chance this year to become a whale member. Damn it.
See what Billy does.
What up? Oh, we got a $50. Can we drop the nuke? There it is. $50 super chat from Billy. Did you do 2 of them?
No.
Oh, okay, no. All right. So,
are you being cheap, Billy? Just kidding.
So we got a $50 super chat from Billy. He says 25 for this year. 25 of this is for Ashley to pay for a whale membership. And I want to see the new graphic. And yeah, so there you go.
Billy, thank you, my friend. You're not going to ask me what I would pick?
What would you pick, David?
I think you guys are scared, man. I am a degenerate. I know my portfolio had 53% Bitcoin, but deep at heart, I am a gambler. I'm going to go ICP, man. It's either ICP or Cardano for me. I just think that the potential for ICP and everything is doing, you got so many narratives going for it, right? XRP, that the tokenomics are, they're garbage. And for me, I don't know. Maybe I'm selling XRP short. Maybe I'll be wrong. I know I'll probably get a lot of hate, but I don't care. ADA is it's either ADA or ICP, but I think just the upside potential for ICP, and if it can garner some of that Bitcoin layer 2 with the canisters, the reverse gas model they got going on, again, everything 100% being on chain. I think ICP is going to get another shot at it, and if they don't fumble it, which I'm not saying they did the first time around, but if they really take this thing and go, man, I think ICP could bring you 3, 4, 5x the amount of returns that XRP or Cardano would.
last bull market that there was no court case, XRP flipped Ethereum for the number 2 spot, 2017. There was no court case, flipped Ethereum.
But that was before a lot of that, bro. But that was before the true utility of Ethereum was flourishing, right? So,
and you could say the same thing about the true potential of XRP flourishing, right?
I can say the same thing about Calm Down, man. I did say Avalanche is being degenerates. Well, here it is. Avalanche Foundation is about to start buying meme coins for the culture. What are you doing, bro? Plans to buy meme coins with its $100 million NFT incubator fund. This is a quote. This initiative seeks to better position Avalanche to cultivate and support the many new forms of creativity, culture, and lifestyle that blockchain enables. Forrest, what are they doing, man?
Meme coins, this latest meme coin craze is probably brought more. I mean, the DEX fees and the gas fees, sorry, not the DEX fees, the gas fees on AVAX spiked for the first time in a really long time. It brought a lot of volume and a lot of money over to Avalanche for people to speculate and gamble on meme coins. So in some ways it's smart. In others, it's not smart. Meaning the meme coin space is very manipulated. It's very shady. A lot of insiders getting paid tokens to pump their, to influencers getting paid tokens to pump these meme coins. So if you're not careful about which meme coins you're supporting, you're potentially just making a bunch of insiders rich. So I think Avalanche Foundation needs to be careful with this. When you start shelling out $100 million, I would rather see them put that money to use somewhere else than the meme coin ecosystem.
Yeah.
I think if there's speculation on meme coins, money's going to come over regardless. I don't think you need to support it within. So I get where they're going with this. I get that the meme coin run has been very beneficial for a lot of these chains, and they want to keep that going. But I think their money could be used better used elsewhere.
Do you agree, Robin, or do you think now is the time to go all in on memes, man? Robin, what do you think?
I think that there's going to be less. I mean, we talked about this yesterday. I think there's going to be a less hot meme coins, right? I think that you're going to have
Avalanche is throwing 100 million at it.
Less meme coins that break into the top 100, but there is going to be a few big plays. Will they come? I have to go back to Ethereum, man. I think that is where
You wouldn't like the Ethereum.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. What was the strong Dogecoin, Shiba Inu?
It all makes sense now.
Pepe.
You were Vitalik Peter
Pepe's
for
Ethereum, right?
You were Vitalik for Halloween this year. It all makes
I'm
sense.
just saying that the strongest meme coins so far historically have been on the Ethereum network, and they've fallen by the wayside lately. Wait till Ethereum starts to rally.
Doge was a
meme coin.
Doge was a fork of Bitcoin.
Oh yeah, right. My bad. But anyways, Shiba Inu and all of those all those other meme coins are on the Ethereum network, and I just wouldn't be. I'm telling you, ETH starts pumping. There's going to be a couple super strong meme coins that come out of that ecosystem.
Is your portfolio 100% Ethereum? Am I
the ecosystem? Yes, 100%, man. Anything and everything that Ethereum touches, I'm telling you, I would be all in on that.
You're such a scared guy. All right. So, Forrest, you've given us 2 of your bold predictions. What's your third one? And then we'll go to Rob. And while we're doing this, I want you in the chat to throw out one bold prediction you have for 2024, and we will pick 1, maybe 2, and we'll share it on the stream. So, Forrest, what is your third bold prediction going into 2024?
Yeah, so before I get to my third one, one last piece of support for my second one was the idea that Solana will scare Ethereum in terms of market cap. Once Ethereum gets an ETF, I think the next one to get an ETF will probably be Solana. I think it'll be in the talks. I don't know if it will get one, but I think there will be speculation on it getting one, which could see people rotating from Ethereum to Solana just to speculate on it.
Did you see my notes?
But
did you peek at my notes, bro? Because that was one of mine. Solana was going to get an ETF before.
Oh, my bad.
Anyways, I'm just kidding. Go, you're good.
My third one is 2024 is an election year. And I think crypto, a couple of predictions around this. I think crypto is going to play a bigger role in the election than what people think. I think people are going to vote based on, I think crypto and blockchain, but specifically crypto and Bitcoin will become an issue that is politicized. I think so far we've seen the left be against crypto and the right be pro crypto in general. I know that's not representative of everybody, but you've got, Elizabeth Warren's anti crypto army and whatnot. I think you'll see that further divide. I think you'll see the right, go more and more pro crypto, and probably the left go more and more anti crypto. And I think it'll become an issue that splits some people. I think some people, and I know a lot of people don't even care about crypto, but I think there's certain types of voters that will be the issue that they vote based off of is crypto. Along the lines of crypto playing a role in the election, I think we will see political tokens and political meme coins. We're already starting to see some political meme coins, but I think there's going to be some that may be used as a vehicle for raising funds for campaigns, as a potential donation mechanism. I think you're going to see maybe some DeFi protocols that kick back fees to certain campaigns. I mean, we already saw this in a different way, a more direct way and kind of shady way with FTX and Sam Bankman-Fried donating a lot of money to various campaigns. I think you'll see some DeFi protocols and some exchanges and some crypto projects, to either donate to campaigns or set up fee structures that, siphon off a portion of revenue to support pro-crypto legislation and pro-crypto politicians. But yeah, political meme coins, crypto being an issue that people vote for, and then potentially fundraising mechanism through crypto. Those would be kind of the three that I'd get wrapped up into one.
Awesome. Cool. Robin, what are your three bold? Ethereum will get a spot ETF. Ethereum will hit $10,000 and Ethereum will...
Here we go. You ready?
Go ahead.
Ethereum will hit $20,000 next year, man. I tell you, if you couple it's a 10, it's less than a 10x where it is now. You take the ETF plus the deflationary mechanism that it has, plus the market adoption, plus all of the scaling solutions, throughput, 20,000. That is my bold prediction there on Ethereum. I'm not even going to elaborate any further. I'll just leave it there. My second, Dogecoin will absolutely rip. Now, why I think Dogecoin will be the go-to payments for the X platform. And also, I think that Dogecoin makes sense as a in-game currency for video games. I think that when it comes to video games, people already associate with Doge. If you look at the video game structure that we have now, when you look at any of these Robux, the COD points, you look at Fortnite, V-Bucks, they're all denominated in a smaller fraction, right? Because kids want to buy 2,000 or 5,000 different, they want to get 2,000, 5,000, 10,000 V-Bucks, Robux, or they want to get COD points. You want 10,000 of them. And it just doesn't make sense to throw in a large cap crypto and say, hey, you can get 0.005 Ethereum, or you can get 7 Gala. I think that for a video game, what sounds enticing to get, say, 150 Dogecoin, 200 Dogecoin. I think that, and it has a character there that kids can relate to, and it's already a well-known product. So you take the Twitter/X platform, you add payments. The payment system is going to be more of a what PayPal is trying to do right now, integrated, or WhatsApp would be a good comparison. The WhatsApp version here in the States, where people can DM each other, send money internationally, link their accounts, link their wallets, purchase things on the internet with their X account. I think that makes a lot of sense. And if Dogecoin is promoted front and center there, it might be a go-to payment option on those. And so I think next year is the year of the Doge.
Okay.
And then lastly, what has always fallen out in the bear market but have come back in the bull market? It's China.
It's what?
China.
Okay.
The number 2 economy. You can look at fudge,
China.
you can look at the fudge numbers and say, hey, maybe it's the number 1 economy. Now, regardless,
You're going to take mine, aren't you?
regardless, it's number 1 or 2 economy globally.
You're going to take my prediction, aren't you?
And I think that China goes all in on crypto. I think that the surveillance aspect that you have on crypto, the transparency, how you can trace people's payments, we always go back to CBDCs, which they are running. But I think they're going to I think they're going to see I don't want to say control aspect, but at least the trace and trackability aspect of wallets and blockchain. And so I think that if you incentivize people to use the Ethereum network, the Tron network, insert blockchain name here, and you can essentially monitor the movement of money for every individual, and you can also control it, right? Now, I know you can't stop transactions, but if you plug it into their CBDC, I just think that it makes a lot of sense for China. And historically, they've been pro crypto during the bull markets and negative crypto in the bear markets. So I think in the next bull market coming up, 2024, I think that China is going to take a very positive stance on crypto, or at least it seems positive. It seems like they're going to embrace
China.
Yeah. So that's what I think.
Okay. Guys, what do you think so far about these predictions? As I go ahead and give mine. So my first one is Coinbase will not only be in the S&P 500, but they will be one of the top 100 most valuable companies in the world. Why do I say that? A few reasons. 1, they're expanding globally. 2, they're the largest publicly traded company when it comes to crypto exchanges. And the biggest one, of course, is they are the prime custodian and executioner on 90% of these ETF applications. The amount of revenue and money Coinbase will bring in will catapult them into the S&P 500. So essentially, anyone that holds S&P 500 will have exposure to crypto in a sense. That is my first bold prediction. Second one, a gaming token will crack the top 10. And I don't mean something like Gallo or PYR. I mean something like Illuvium, Star Atlas, Shrapnel, whatever. I think one of them will crack the top 10. Not sure how long it'll stay in there, but we'll get one that cracks the top 10. And the last one or two top 10 countries when it comes to GDP and economy will announce that they are holding Bitcoin as a treasury asset. So what happened in 2024? Here's a list of the top 10 per GDP. The United States, China, Japan, Germany, India, UK, France, Russia, Canada, and Italy. If I had to pick which one it would be, I think Russia would be one of them. And I think India, man. India is very intriguing to me, what they're trying to do, the whole BRICS thing. I don't know. So I think 2 of these top 10 countries will announce in 2024 that they are holding Bitcoin as a treasury asset, similar to how they do with gold. So those are my top 3 predictions. I did note a couple from the community here. Bitcoin on the Cob said his bold prediction is we're going to find out the real identity of Satoshi in 2024. That would be bad. I don't want that. Guys, stop trying to find out who this man is. He created maybe not the perfect product, but it's the perfect scenario. We have no idea who the hell he is. Hasn't touched his tokens. Leave it alone, man. And then Billy said his bold prediction, Sin City to 50K. I love you, Billy, but that's not bold, man. We're going for 100, baby. What was your, Robin, or Forrest, because you've been kind of quiet. What's one that you can buy into between me or Robin? What's the one to you that is the most likely? You have Year of the Doge, ETH to 20K, and Rob, China going all in on crypto. Mine was Coinbase being a top 100 company in the world. 2 of the top countries in the world will hold Bitcoin, and then a gaming token will crack top 10.
Coinbase in the S&P 500, or like Russia holding some. I think Russia already does hold Bitcoin. I just don't think that's probably like on the books as a treasury asset. I think they probably hold a lot of Bitcoin. But yeah, I think a large country putting Bitcoin on the books is somewhat likely, but maybe more in 2025, 2026. I think that might take a little bit longer. I would say the Coinbase going into the S&P 500. I think with them being the custodians of the Bitcoin ETFs, I agree. I think
they're going to make so much money. They are going to make so much money. And really, Forrest, what's their overhead, man? Really, what is their overhead? They don't make a product.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
You know what I'm saying? They're not Boeing. They're not spending millions and billions of dollars making airplanes. They're not a pharmaceutical company that's spending billions of dollars in research and development. What's their overhead? And think about the money that's coming in. I think that's an easy one. Well, it looks like Forrest is looking something up. While he's doing that, Rob, let me ask you. Yeah. This is the. Go ahead, Forrest. Did you find what you're looking for?
I'm just trying to figure out what the top 100 companies are by market cap and how far away Coinbase is from that.
Okay, you do that. I'm gonna ask Robin. This is our last live stream, 2023. What is one thing you took away from this year? And what are you most looking forward to in 2024? Whether it's from a personal or from a channel perspective or investment, whatever.
What did I take away? I'll
go first. Let you think, because I have one in my head right now. So for me, I think this year, crypto and Bitcoin proved to us that no matter what happens negatively in the traditional world, right? In banking, in what the government politicians vote on, what the Fed does, people are starting to see Bitcoin and cryptocurrency as an outlet to escape and exit the broken system that we're currently in. We saw that back in March when Silicon Valley Bank went under and Bitcoin rallied. We saw it again when Signature and I believe it was First Republic or First Citizens went under. Same thing happened. You're seeing the narrative start to get pushed forward. You have people like Larry Fink, love him or hate him, is one of the most powerful men in the world, saying Bitcoin is a flight to safety. I think that narrative is going to continue to move forward. And people, although, yes, we are happy to make money, people will truly see that your way out of the broken system and to protect yourself from losing all your wealth, there's one thing, man, and that's Bitcoin and crypto. So that is what I take away. What I'm most looking forward to is growing this community, growing this channel, and really educating people and onboarding a crap load of people to the space. I know the space can get a little confusing. People, a swing of emotions. Oh my God, I'm making a crap load of money. Oh my God, I lost 40% of my portfolio. So that is what I'm most looking forward to. So there you go.
I think, in my opinion, well, here my big takeaway from 2023 is that we're growing as a channel, and so I'm always paying attention to what's going on in the ecosystem as far as YouTube content or just social media content and broader traditional media content in crypto. And there's a giant void there, man. And every week, every month, every day that I look at information for crypto, there is no good go-to source. There really is not. It seems like there's just this big room of people with megaphones screaming about what meme coin is going to rally, buy this product, this person's evil. Hey, why don't we all just all argue about each other's channels and let's take each other's channels away and talk about the other content creators? I feel like there's a lack of professionalism and there's a lack of a polished crypto channel, not just in YouTube, just in general. Like you look at CNBC, Fox News, you look at Bloomberg, those are small segments. They're highly focused on Bitcoin, very short segments, and not really done well, right? As far as being in depth and teaching and following the trends of the market outside of Bitcoin. And then in the YouTube space, just I hate to say it's a bunch of clowns, man. A bunch of clowns out here. And there are people we respect, but I have yet to see a product that I would want to watch and just thoroughly enjoyed watching. And that's what I am looking forward to in 2024, is building a product for the viewer here where you can get information on crypto, not shield, not a joke. I know we talk about entertainment focus, but you know, it's finance. It's an hour-long show. Try to keep it lighthearted so you don't get bored to death. And so I'm gonna get that good info so you can make smart, educated decisions and also get perspective and not be bored to death on an hour-long show. And so that's what I'm looking for. I want to be the leader in this space. That's me.
Very well said, Rob. Forrest, what about you, my friend?
Yeah, so 2023 key takeaway was you guys have been a prime example of this, but I've tried to channel it myself as well. And that's just betting on yourself, investing in yourself, and focusing on one thing relentlessly. Especially when the chips are down, you know, whether, you know, with the crypto bear market, you guys know as well as I do, it wasn't easy. It was 2023, even though in hindsight, you know, Bitcoin started out at 15, 16K and now we're at 45K. There are a lot of bumps along the road, and it was not an easy year by any stretch of the imagination to be in crypto full time. I commend you guys for showing up every single day. I don't think you guys missed any days at all. The level of consistency you guys have shown in showing up here every single day through one of the toughest markets is remarkable and inspirational as well. So, you know, I had a fourth bold prediction for 2024. I think you guys will cross 100K subs.
Let's go!
On YouTube. I think you'll get your silver plaque to hang on the wall, your silver YouTube plaque in the mail at some point in 2024. And I look forward to that day. So yeah, 2023 takeaway, bet on yourself, invest in yourself. You guys have just crossed 10K subs and you're already on your way to almost 12K here. So I think it's only going to accelerate for you guys from here on out.
Forrest, we appreciate you, man. Very well said, my friend. We look forward to growing this channel and having you part of our team as well. We love having you on the show. We love your perspective. Also, our newest team member, she's filling in for Rocco. But Ashley, no. I know you're not big in the crypto space, but what are you looking most forward to in 2024? Is it getting a new hairdo? I'm just kidding. I have no idea.
Yes, it is getting a new hairdo. Thank you, David. You're so sweet.
Will you continue to work with us? Are we paying you enough? You're supposed to say yes.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Man, I want to give a big shout out to Ashley. Rocco's been away he'll be back, I believe, on Wednesday.
He's been at the beach a lot.
He's been at the beach, yeah. Kind of weird. Rocco, you're not in Italy, okay? The beaches are cold here in the winter. Just kidding. But Ashley's done a rock star job, man. So Ashley, thank you so much. We love having you part of the team. We love having you on the show. Community loves you for various reasons. And but you've done a really, really good job, and we appreciate you. And we're so happy to have you part of the team. We hope that you'll grow with us as this channel grows. And you watching, we hope you had a great 2023. 2024 is going to be absolutely amazing. And we're going to be here.
Hold up.
Oh,
we did it.
After 3 weeks of relentless shilling, we finally got our newest whale member. Ashley, do you even know where the button is?
There she blows. All right, it is. So Big Dog Chris is officially whale member.
Big Dog Chris, thank you for your support, my brother. We'll get you your 10% merch discount over the weekend, and we'll get that to you. Also, if you're not in a Discord, join our Discord, ping me, and I will add you to our whale channel. And so, yeah, guys.
Also, big shout out to Jeff S., Working Class Man, VV Zombie, Marsolo, Raveler of Two Worlds, or Traveler, Murdan, Local 11, Kevin Cortez, Jason, who also said F. ETH. I had to note that. And then you also have Mellow Cat Algo, the letter A, and Dan Dykens. To all of you, hola! Welcome.
Yes. Guys, 2024 is going to be a banger. Do not sleep on this channel. Do not sleep on yourselves. Also, one last super chat, $10. Great year. See y'all next year. That is true. I've been waiting all year to say this. See you guys next year. With that being said, one more shout out. Channel sponsor.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Cam's Blue Wire Technology. They've been a long tenure sponsor of this channel. We look forward to taking our relationship into next year with them. BlueWireTech.com if you want more info. Also, go follow Forrest on Twitter at Sistine Research, and go subscribe to his YouTube channel as well. He does live streams. Great TA. With that being said, friends and family and everyone else, last tornado of the year. Thank you all so much for tuning in. It's been a blessed 2023. Looking forward to 2024. Have an amazing weekend, my friends. Happy New Year. Stay safe. We'll see you next year. Peace.
Sin City, crypto. Everybody know we here for entertainment and info. Gonna show you how to get that big dough. So every day stay tapped in for big facts, no capping. With Bitcoin, if you're in, then you win. We divide the pie with no fraction. It's Big Rob, David. I split the game, but they gave it. Name the coin that's your favorite. I got dry powder, why save it? To the OGs, new beginners. Special shout out to the well members. Buy the dip, sell winners. Ain't really nothing you can tell sinners. Tune in for the latest new flavors. They gonna teach us mean coins. They polarizing like barbecue chicken pizzas. I laugh with a major grin. Laggers, we trade them in. Baddies, they came to sin. And sinners gon' play to win. Screaming hola, till my bags are flowing over. Hold ya, to the moon, then to the solar. Won't don't be letting FOMO control ya. It's over when the finger tornado close ya.